Conflicting Resolution Styles, Part 1. There are many ways people and teams can try to resolve conflicts. The approach they take will depend on their personalities, social relationships, and the situation in particular. The types of conflict resolution approaches can be analyzed using a two-dimensional chart that plots assertiveness, which is the degree to which you try to satisfy your own concerns or concerns with the goal, and cooperativeness, which is the degree to which you try to satisfy your team's concerns. In these two dimensions, psychologists Kenneth Thomas and Rob Killman identified 5 conflicting styles: competing, collaborating, compromising, avoiding, and accommodating. Each one of these styles can be used by different people in the team according to their personalities. People can be assertive and try to get the most for themselves, or they can be cooperative and concerned with how everyone feels. The competing style is high on concern for the goal but low on concern for the relationship. The collaborating style is high on concern for the goal and high on concern for the relationship. The avoiding style is low on concern for the goal and also low on concern for the relationship. The accommodating style is low on concern for the goal but high on concern for the relationship. In the middle is the compromising style, which is in the middle of both concern for the goal and concern for the relationship. The competing style, which is also known as the forcing style, is high on assertiveness but low in cooperation. Use of this conflict resolution style means that there is more concern in your own needs and less concern on the needs of others. This results in a win-lose situation where one person wins at the expense of the other person. People exhibiting a competing style want to reach their goal or get their solution adopted regardless of what others say or how they feel. They are more interested in getting the outcome they want as opposed to keeping the other party happy, and they push for the deal they are interested in making. Competition might lead to poor relationship with others if one is always seeking to maximize their own outcomes at the expense of others. This approach may be effective if one has a strong moral objections to the alternatives or if the alternative one is opposes are unethical or harmful. The collaborating style is high on both assertiveness and cooperation. The use of this resolution style means that there is an effort to try to find a solution that will completely satisfy the concerns of both people. This results in a win-win situation for both parties. This is the strategy to use for achieving the best outcome from conflict. Both sides argue for their position, supporting it with facts and rationale while listening attentively to the other side. The objective is to find a win-win solution to the problem in which both parties get what they want. They will challenge points but not each other. They'll emphasize problem solving and integration of each other's goals. This may be a win-win solution to the problem in which no one gives up what is personally important and every party gains something from the exchange. The compromising style is in the middle levels of assertiveness and cooperation. Use of this conflict resolution style means that the person wants to find some expedient, mutually acceptable solution that partially satisfies the concerns of both parties. Nobody fully wins, but nobody fully loses in the conflict. It is an agreement to resolve the conflict where both parties make some concessions. The compromising style is a middle of the ground style in which individuals have some desire to express their own concerns and get their way but still respect the other person's goals. The compromiser might say things such as, perhaps I ought to reconsider my initial position, or maybe we can both agree to give it in a little. In a compromise, each person sacrifices something valuable to them. The avoiding style is also known as the withdrawal style. Is low on both assertiveness and cooperation. The use of this style usually means a need to postpone the resolution of the conflict. This results in a lose-lose situation where both parties don't resolve the conflict. The avoiding style is uncooperative and unassertive. People exhibiting this style seek to avoid conflict altogether by denying there is one. They are prone to postponing any decisions in which a conflict may arise. People using this style might say things such as, I don't really care if we work this out, or I don't think there is a problem, I feel fine about things are. While conflict avoidance may not be a significant problem if the issue at hand is trivial, it becomes a problem when individuals avoid confronting important issues because of a dislike for conflict or a perceived inability to handle the other party's reaction. The accommodating style, also known as the smoothing style, is low on assertiveness but high on cooperation. Use of this conflict resolution style means that the person tries to satisfy the other person's concerns at the expense of his or her own concerns. This results in a lose-win situation where one person might sacrifice its own concerns or goals in order to sustain the relationship. The accommodating style is cooperative and unassertive. In this style, the person gives in to what the other side wants, even if it means giving up one's personal goals. People who use this style might fear speaking up for themselves, or they may place a higher value on the relationship, believing that disagreeing with an idea may be hurtful to the other person. They will say things such as, let's do it your way, or if it's important to you, I can go along with it. Accommodation may be an effective strategy if the issue at hand is more important to the others compared to oneself. However, if a person constantly uses this style, that individual might start to see that his or her personal interests and well-being are neglected. There is no one right way to deal with conflict. Much of the time, it will depend on the situation. However, the collaborative style has the potential to be highly effective in many different situations. Most people have a dominant style that they tend to use more frequently. Successful leaders are able to match their style to the situation. There are times when even the avoiding a conflict can be a good choice.